has read the bill and understands it before they vote on the bill. And the reason I asked the unanimous consent that that amendment be agreed to and accepted is that's exactly what the American people expect us to be doing. And so we don't have a bill right now. We don't know what's going to be in the bill. The chairman has a good idea what's going to be in the bill, but he doesn't know for sure. Only two sets of people, Senator Reid and his staff and CBO, know what's going to be in the bill. I suspect somebody at the White House might. But we ought to take and embrace this idea of transparency and responsibility that the American people can expect every one of us to have read this bill plus the amended bill and certify that we have an understanding for what we're doing to health care in America with this bill. And I'd ask unanimous consent that that be accepted.
Mr. President. Mr. President.
Senator from Montana.
Mr. President, reserving the right to object. I certainly agree with the basic underlying import that we should know what we're voting on here. But I must say to my good friend from Oklahoma, I cannot certify that members of the Senate will understand what they're reading. That presumes a certain level of perception on my part and understanding and delving into the minds of senators that not only do they read, that they've taken the time to understand. What does understand mean? Understand the second, third level, fourth levels of questions. I think it's a practical possibility for anybody to certify that any other senators is fully understood. They may read, but they may not fully understand for a whole variety of reasons. So I cannot certify that.
Well, could I clarify my request?
And I'd have to object.
Let me clarify
Objection is heard.
That the individual certify themselves. Now, I'm not asking some group of senators to certify some other senator. I'm saying that Tom Coburn tell his constituency, I've read this puppy. I've spent the time on it. I've read the manager's amendment, and I, in fact, certify to the people of Oklahoma, I know how terrible it's going to be for their health care.
Well, a senator is always free to make any representation he wants. If he wants to certify he's read it and certifies he's understood it, that's the senator's privilege.
But the senator won't accept that we as a body on 1/6 of the economy ought to say we know what we're doing.
I can't certify that every member of the Senate has done anything around here. Neither can the senator from Oklahoma. That's an impossibility. But if the senator wants to certify he has read it, that's great, and understands it fully, that's great. On any measure, not just this measure, but any measure. But I can't certify that to 100 different senators on any measure. That's up to the individual senators, and that's up to their mental capacities, and they're up to their initiative and imaginations and conscientiousness and so forth. And I can't certify that.
Well, I thank the chairman.
Mr. President.
The senator from Montana.
Mr. President, I have 8 unanimous consent requests for committees to meet during today's